Hello Twitch, hello YouTube. For whatever reason, I decided to set myself this, impossible challenge. Well, it turns out it wasn't impossible. This was to use the relic Call to the Void, or Call of the Void, which anytime you hit a peg with your orb, it destroys the peg forever. And the clue's in the name. The game is called Peglin, not Lin. It's actually really hard to beat this game as Lin mode, but at C0 we did it. And this got me thinking the question, I couldn't do this at C10. I did it at C0. So where is this trade-off? Where is it where the game becomes really hard? And I've come to the conclusion it's actually at C6. So let's see if we can beat the game at C6. Because at C6, enemies and mini-bosses have increased health. And as I said, the big limitation of Call of the Void is that the boards effectively contain a set amount of damage. And if you don't have the amount of damage on the board to kill the enemies that are on the board, you can't win. It's like simple maths, right? However, going up to C6, the only other changes are you lose one refresh, which is actually an upside because you don't care about refreshes because you destroy pegs. Missed navigation damage is increased. Who cares? Doesn't really change the parameters of winning battles. One less crit is actually pretty brutal. I think this might be the other splitting point where maybe it is actually too hard. Crits, hitting a crit peg doesn't do any damage, but the crit damage is normally about double the base damage, so you are sort of reducing the likelihood that you're going to get this high roll on your maximum damage scale. Mini-bosses appearing question mark scenarios, again, is irrelevant. And this is also a pretty brutal one. I actually forgot that C1 was Pebbles lose 1 damaging crit, so it could actually be C1 is the other thing where the run maybe becomes not viable. I'm going to try C6 for now, and maybe we'll try and share the load around between sorts of other characters, sorry. We're going to start, though, with base Peglin character. Not that I think the round draw is bad, but I do think there's a legitimate way out of it being just create a bomb build, and the base Peglin character, I think, is the best character in the game to create a bomb build with. I might be wrong on that. Actually, am I right with this? What do you miss out on? You do lose the pig, and the pig was the way that I won the run last time. So we are trading the ability to win the game with pigs, which I think is completely fine. Alright, we'll go with this then. And if we can't do it, we'll go to round draw and we'll try and do pig build again. That is huge. That's also pretty big, but we're going to take 3 bombs. The bombs are such a massive increase in damage. It's crazy. Oh, the other way which we tried to do last time, but we never actually made it to fruition. If we can get cheese and round guard and have nothing in the sack, we just win. We did get cheese last time, but unfortunately we were offered cheese and round guard as the first opening, and that meant we couldn't find round guard again. Effectively. It's not quite true. If I found some means to, see every relic in the game, I would see it again, but it's super hard to achieve that. One thing that I'm going to say is a downside for this character is I don't really want to use the Dag Orb. I don't think crit builds are a good idea to go for. As I mentioned earlier, crits, pegs, normally don't do damage when you hit them. So if you turn all your board into crits, you are sort of reducing your damage to some degree. Now, I will say, a Bram Ball is something I could build a run around, so I'm actually going to probably try and remove every single orb in my sack, is my intention right now, with the exception of the Bram Ball. From the orbs I've got right now, so this is going to be expensive. I have to remove 4 Pebbles and a Dag Orb. Short term, the Dag Orb could also be pretty useful. The crit damage isn't going to be negligible, and if we get into the Minotaur fight, I think the only way to beat the Minotaur, realistically, is with some sort of crit build. But we'll just hope we don't get the Minotaur. Smile. All the other elites I think we can actually beat. It's just Minotaur is a pretty big issue. I wouldn't say no to Toil and Trouble either. Another way of potentially beating the game is Spinception builds, where you just put Spinfection on an enemy and it ticks up instead of down. So all you need to do then is live. Which is still pretty hard, but there are potential means of doing that. Oh, I need this to go up and down. Get the protractor out. Nice, okay. Huge crit damage. My only regret is if we hit any more bombs, which we're not going to. I really could do with the bomb damage going into the big bad. And in fact, to that goal, I'm going to try and not hit many pegs right now. He says he watches the orb hit all the pegs. Just so that I can get bombs into you. I will also put the poison on you, funnily enough. And now we just need to clean up paths towards bombs. This doesn't have overflow yet. That's fine. We'll get there eventually. But yeah, Bramble Poison build is like the ultimate counter to the first slime boss, at least at this difficulty. Really? He's alive still. Fine, the bomb will kill him. Ow, my face. Pretty annoying opening. We're actually somewhat close to not being able to do this. Fortunately, we got the Bramble early. Poison would have got me there as well eventually, so. In fact, I think I'm gonna get the poison, because the poison will kill him probably before I get to this bomb. Yeah, okay. Did take a decent chunk of damage. We're not going for Obelisk build, funnily enough. That's probably not the winner's choice. I'll take you up another level. I'll take you up a level as well, so you do a bit more damage. No, I don't want you. I don't want you. I'm going to take the Oboe. Because if it comes down to it and I just need to go through a battle to sustain, the Oboe is pretty good at sustaining through almost everything. Now, the other thing we might want to try and get to, if we can find it, and it's available for this character, the Sash. If we can break the Sash, it actually gives you so many turns of survival, that thing. And then if we can get Poison sticking up with it, we'll probably... LOL. Win the game. Spiders can't do anything to me anymore, you may have just noticed, because they do 1 damage and Oboe mitigates 1 damage. That's good. That's really good. And bomb damage will just win the day for me. Oh, I actually forgot, this also does 2 self-damage, so... It's halving the self-damage I'm going to take on the Bramble. Does that really move the needle? Not particularly, but it's nice when you're at half health. I'm going to take that again. We definitely need to heal fairly soon, but question mark tiles could have elites in them, so I also need to be, like, able to deal with elites. Yep, we are doing Call of the Peglin. You, I'm not sure about. We did take you on an earlier run, and you were okay, but you also did cost me a fight, which caused me to lose the run, so... I know you're the best relic in the game, but I don't think you synergize particularly great with Call of the Void. It's not bad, as long as if you're really good at the game, and by really good, I think realistically the very, very opening, unless you have a preset shot and you know it's going to go in a certain well, like 100% of the time, you can't really, like, predict for it. But as you reduce pegs on the board, you can make skill shots, which then give you more damage. So there is a lot of sense in taking it, but I think I'm okay with what I've got. I think I want to go in a different direction than what you're offering me. If I was super desperate, I would take it, but I'm not. I'm pretty happy with Bramble Poison right now. You, I'm not happy with. Okay, you at least hit something that is tangibly not garbage, so thanks for that. Does mean I want Spinception now, though. Yeah, we'll take Strange Brew as well. Just so that these pegs actually do something for me. It's really, really minor, but I think some of these small optimizations, at least in the early game, go a long way. Okay, you're probably the one fight I really didn't want to have, but we do have some extra bombs on it, so maybe we can make this work. I'm actually going to target the bat guy as well here. I love this crit, but again, power sliding doesn't work properly in this game mode. So, very hard to predict. I'll take Bramble damage and try and kill this guy. Okay, now we just need to take kills when we can get them. They all die before they get an attack, don't worry about it. They will die to the bomb now. That's actually the optimal play. And unironically, we've been somewhat saved so far by the fact that the oboe is here. That bomb is humongous. It saves me another 6 damage. We get the kill regardless. It's just whether or not I can kill you on this damage. I can't. We take another 4. I actually forgot it's not 6 either because we're in the early game difficulty where enemies don't do quite as much damage. We need to heal. I can't avoid it anymore. Okay, hang on a minute. Hang on a minute. The effective criticism is really cool, but it's not very good with limited number of pegs. The sash, though, if I can intentionally break it and win the game, is so unbelievably good. I was actually just toying with the concept of misnavigating my way down to 0, but I think that's the wrong play. Because I have no way to claw myself back out of it again immediately. But it actually wasn't a crazy idea, because we have the oboe with it. Okay. This might upset some people, I don't know. I should have tried to open this as well, that was kind of dumb of me. I basically wasted the chance at some gold. I'm going to try and break the sash in this battle. Assuming I don't fuck up like I'm doing already. I have to be so careful here. I basically need to rig it up so that one bomb will pick up a kill on the last enemy. And I can see the bottom of the map. Which I've not done. Cruel. Okay, I can get it if I do skill shots, though. This is gonna be arduous. I didn't realize that's the way that interacted. Wait. Oh yeah, shoot. It's not on attack. It just applies. Okay, my bad. Sorry, I'm dumb. It's not the end of the world, still. Why am I not hitting bombs, by the way? Billy Throttle, unfollow me. I don't deserve your follow right now. I do appreciate it, but I'm just misplaying like nobody's business. Attacks applied to transparency to all enemies. That's actually pretty useful because I don't have a great way of piercing right now. That being said, two of my things aren't piercing projectiles, so I guess I'll just take Betsy's Hedge. The slime might get me into sash range. This is... I don't know. We just need to be a bit careful, because if I don't do it now, then I'm going to get healed back to full, because I'm at that C difficulty that you do get the full heal. We should fire this off. Bramble also pretty useful right now just to stop him getting close to me. I both hate and love what I'm trying to do right now. So this will definitely kill. So I can't fire that anymore. If I can break the sash, by the way, I get a full heal here. I have to fire this off. So I take 1. Then I take... Oh, what do I take at this difficulty? It's 6, right? So 1, 6. 6. I think I'm fine. Wait, it's 2, 6, 6, because I take 1 from this. I still think I'm fine. The sash didn't break. But when I fire this, the sash will break. I think. Oh, baby, I done it again. So we have both sash now, the torn sash this is, and the oboe. That is so much damage mitigation. It is crazy. Now all I need to do is have some way to guarantee win the game, and we're golden. This is only an upside, because I don't care about refreshing the board. It is getting towards a crit build, which I'm not really a fan of, but I can't really turn this down. It just takes all my orbs really good, with Betsy's Hedge as well. If I crit, great. If I don't crit, okay, sure. Like, this is a 7-4. It's actually better to crit this one, even because of Betsy's Hedge. But if I can't hit it, we're fine. It's like a I don't know what you would call it, like a safety net. You're dead. You just don't know it yet. Let me kill you just for blasting giggles. Don't take that voice line out of context, please. I don't want His Majesty's police force on my doorstep. 4-3-2. Yeah, you die. You're also dead to bombs, I believe. There's a relic as well that passes Spinfection onto people as they die, right? That wouldn't be a bad thing to pick up either. As just another way of winning the game. Whoops. Alright, don't get lazy with your shots. It's like, this isn't a gimme yet. Brambles are now free because the Torn Sash halves the damage to 1. Then the oboe effect takes place and takes it down to 0. I love that it works that way, because they could easily have done it the other way, in which case the oboe would basically be worthless. Not quite true, but it would be really, really neutered. But no, they let it work the absolute best way. We shouldn't take Bully Ball, because taking self-damage is actually pretty hard right now. Where do I want to go? I want to go to the shop. We'll go right. One day. One day. Oh, this is the fight that I believe is actually pretty hard, at least for what I'm trying to do. There's quite a lot of health on the board, but not many pegs. So I need to be a bit frugal. So what's the strange relic that deletes pegs? It's this. It's called Call of the Void. It's a relic I unlocked after beating the game with Oh My Gorb in my stack, which has the same effect. It was like one of the last relics I picked up. It might even be the last relic I picked up. But I've never beat the... Well, sorry, that's not true. I hadn't beat the game with this relic on until actually a run ago at C0 I beat the game. And I just want to see what the point is. I don't think you could beat the game with this on at C20. There's just not enough pegs on the board to kill enemies. So I'm trying to find out where that point is of breaking. And I think it might be C6, but I'm actually not sure. I could also be, like, wrong, is the other thing. It could actually be doable at C20, which maybe is what I'm, like, sort of gearing towards. Is this doable? Oh, I really don't want to hit many pegs here. Stop hitting pegs! Wait, hang on a minute. I've just also had a thought. This Toil and Trouble is phenomenal. I don't have to hit pegs to do damage. It always puts its damage out. So this is another kill guaranteed. I just need to live long enough. And they do, like, negative damage as well. That's very cool. This bramble will hold the other guy behind as well, so they won't be able to hit me. And they also can't hit me because they're dead. Good. Don't want any upgrades still right now. A chest or question mark plus fight? I'll take a chest. Well, that does nothing, legitimately, because I can't refresh the board. Not quite true, but it's realistically true. At least with how I'm making this build right now, it's not viable. So I'll take +1 +0. Bouncers contribute to damage. It's such minor damage. You're fearing Handsy McGee. I'm fearing any enemy with, like, a large health pool. That's my worry. Although these guys are actually giga-fucked. As long as I have enough damage, which I should do, the sash is going to destroy them. I think the right play is remove an orb. We don't need pebbles in the sack. And I might not take anything, is the thing. No, I'll take Flaunty Gauntlets. As long as I defend, I win eventually. Even without the full Spinception build, because these things always do damage. I can't not do damage with them. Since it's not tied to the attack, which was actually some really good intel. So you'll die to poison before you get near me. That was basically a wasted turn, but I couldn't do a lot about it. My only downside to my plan right now is that it's hard to pace with my build right now. As in, like, it's kind of impossible. Not quite true, but it's really slow. I'm really good against single target enemies, but not against hordes. Oh wow, the white mages can't actually hit me from range. Because their 3 damage is halved, and I think it rounds down when it's disfavorable for you, so it rounds it to 1, and then Yobo protects me. The archers only do 1 damage to me. Holy moly, it's actually so disgusting. You're dead. You're alive. We should try and get as much money as I can. Assuming you picked up the kill as well, genius. Alright, stop messing about. Just get the kill. The other guy I'm slightly scared about is on the 3rd floor if I fight the ghost. I'm not sure how that works with pegs breaking instantly. I suspect not well. Alright, we definitely want to go left. Close. Nearly got blocked. Okay, well this is also not exactly who I want to fight. Well, it's a good damage check. He's immune to Bramble, but we're gonna have to fire it off anyway. Could we really do with a crit here just to get more poison? Alright, cool. I hit everything but the poison peg. Yeah, poison might get me there. I really need Spinception. Spinception would, like, take me all the way. Oh, yeah, the guy that takes damage per peg hit. Well, those big bumper pegs I don't think will get will-o-wisped away. I'm not sure of that, but I'm pretty certain they will stay on the board. Yeah, it's one of these oddball fights. Yeah. I think the 2nd floor in particular, you have to have like a very specific set of orbs in your sack to be able to do it. You can kind of just brute force your way through the first floor and the third, I think. But the second one, the shields are like super awkward to deal with, and the guys at the back, the range units, are so brutal as well. Anyway, we finally can hit a crit with this, so we can get maximum poison. We should live through this. It's a little bit closer than I'd like it to be. They die on the next hit. Oh, I forgot as well, we have the sash dummy. So the slaps aren't that painful. They're pretty bad, though. Anyway, they slapped me once. That's fine. Why wouldn't I? Why would I not take this? That is actually the funniest thing ever. I didn't even consider it. This has no downside. Each shot, a random slot becomes portal that teleports. Pumpkin Pie, I'm not sure. Dungeon Die, I'm also not sure about you. I think I'll take the pie, but it's like super minor. Neither are good is the real answer. I'm also going to go down the middle path, I think. So I don't care where I go here. Ideally not to hell, though. Yes? Okay, let's see how good this can be. Someone complained in the comments, and I say complained, like, you know, they were offensive and were like, oi, heckling me in the back. Oh, you idiot! Why did you not take this? And I was like, okay, well, listen, I've never got this to really work before. And they let me know in the comments, like, listen, the multiplier on this when you remove every peg is times 10. It's actually quite a lot of damage. The context of it, though, was for Morbid. If I took this with Morbid, removed every peg from the board, I couldn't refresh the board because I'd have no refreshes because the relic removes all refreshes. Potentially, I could output a lot of damage. I still think that's not a good combo, by the way, even at times 10 multiplier. I suspect you would struggle to beat the third floor still, but it could definitely carry you there. Now, though, I'm destroying pegs, and it's like the only relic in the game that works with destroying pegs. It actually has a synergy. So, let's see what it can do. I have Oh My God, I have Call of the Void. You've never seen it go beyond times 3. I've seen it hit times 4, I think, before. And that was virtually every peg off the board was gone. So yeah, I agree. I think the multiplier is like, it's really hard to enable this to be a carry. And even at its ultimate carry potential, you basically have to destroy your build so much that it's okay. It's a damage value add, so I can't really complain about it. It's not bad by any means. But I struggle to see it as the main focus of a run. Anyway, I've completely lost my ways. I didn't get any poison stuff, which is a shame. I think this is irrelevant because I don't refresh the board. This is irrelevant because I don't refresh the board. We're not really a bomb build. I know I have got some bombs on the board, but I don't think I invest in you. What I probably do invest in, though, is removing a pebble. This guy is going to get fucked, considering I have 2 targeted orbs. Just keep flipping him. Oh my God, it's a 12-17. Get him. I actively want to miss right now to not proc the reflect. So I will. Then I'll flip him again. Flip him again. One more time. I think Mirror Knight is like either this juggernaut of like a fight where it's super, super easy to lose on him, or he's free. There's no in between. He is one or the other. Again, I don't want to upgrade either of these. In fact, I'd like to remove them, to be completely honest with you. You like the change where they made it start on the non-reflecting? I think it was a good change. There were just some situations where you might take a targeted orb, but it would be the bottom one in the sack. And you could just die through basically bad RNG. So I do like that it starts that way around. It protects for the bad RNG a little bit. But yeah, if you're ever a targeted build, it's just so free, that fight. When applying Bramble to an enemy, you apply Blind. When applying Blind to an unbrambled enemy, you apply Bramble. We don't really want positives on ourselves. It's not terrible because we have Belusion, but I think there's better things we can do. I think the choices are left or right. I'm actually semi-leaning towards the left, just because if I fully blind an enemy, I win. They can't lose anymore. Also, if I ever put a blind synergy in my sack, if you blind, aka Bramble, the back enemy with the Branch of Ember, you can really control the board state. So I think we're far enough ahead of the game that I can go for this greedy option. It's a really, really greedy strat. It normally takes quite a long time to set it up, but I'm going to go for it. This guy should be fucked, by the way. It's not 100% certain. I might be too slow, but yeah, he only does 14 damage a shot. That's very minor. And now poison. More poison. Orange Peg's on ×2, by the way. I will go for this because it has piercing, as long as I overflow the damage. We've now blinded the boss. This is more AoE damage. You love to see it. We'll hit the crit as well. That's the board clear. ×3. They missed. I forgot I have Belusion as well. I'm like this guy's ultimate counter. My only regret is I'm not going to see the times multiply go up to 10. Because he's dead. We don't want anything here. We are very happy with what we have in life. This doesn't work. Debatably, this is wrong as well. Because I actually want Pegs to live on the board. Well, do I want Pegs to live on the board, though? Hang on a minute. Do I want Pegs to live on the board? Oh, no. Wait, I've realised. I want this. I definitely want this. Because the Sash will halve the damage from the trap bombs, and then the Oboe will take it to 0. This is the ultimate Sapper Sack run. I know I don't have a bomb build, kind of, but I definitely get 3 trap bombs, at the very least. Also, we're on a floor where most of the fights are red bombs anyway. Speaking of which, here are all the red bombs. I'm pretty certain this does nothing to me. Yep. Okay, they are so fucked. It's crazy. I'm pretty certain we've won. I guess we need to check who we're fighting, but if we're fighting the Lord of I take half damage from bombs, which I think this neutralizes because it does ×2 damage as well, maybe there's a route to defeat. No, we're fighting the dragon. I swear the RNG is broken on this game. The dragon fight, I feel like I get it so frequently. Then again, this is one of the funny things about RNG. It's like how you know a sequence of flipped coins whenever you see it is like actually real or someone's made it up. Because you do just get these runs sometimes where you'll get like 13 heads, for example. It just looks so unnatural. But because like it looks like super unnatural, there's a pretty good chance it is natural, just because that does happen, you know, 1 in whatever it is. But let's say you're flipping a coin like, you know, 10,000 times. You'll get those 1 in 1,024 chances, whatever it is, that you hit a flipping coin heads. Is it like 7 times or something? I can't be bothered doing the math in my head, but you'll get those runs of like 7 or more. Obviously at 10,000 as well, you're going to hit the 8 times as well, where, you know, it's like 2,000 or something. And again, more on top of that, you'll get runs of 9 because you get the 4,000. The odds are you'll hit one of these huge runs. Whereas if you write it out, you're like, okay, I'm going to go heads, heads, tails, heads, tails, tails, tails. But like, that's not that unusual to like flip a coin and get it 3 times. Misty, people that play against Misty in Pokemon Pocket TCG, They know the pain of that. Anyway, I don't want any of this junk. What I want is the shop. So I'm going to try not greed, thank you. Goodbye. Alright, hit a bomb, please, thank you. I can't believe, by the way, how often this has gone up to one another, sorry, gone next to one another. Dagger plus Pebble, it's like my horrible, terrible combo. Peglin's coin flip confirmed, it's true. It's either, you know, you win the run or you lose the run. They are the only options in life. It's 50-50, baby. Oh wait, I have this as well, I forgot. I have reduce, refuse, recycle, so... Sending bombs is not a terrible idea because I could make money on it, but... At the same time, I'd really, really like to go left here. I'd actually super strongly want to go left here. I don't want to fight the bosses. Please. No! Okay, that's fine. There we go. Never in doubt. Yeah, we're going to avoid elites on this floor, because I'm slightly scared by some of them. Anyway, let me get rid of the pebble. It has no use anymore. Basically nothing else has any use anymore either, so I'm just going to save my money. What for? Maybe I'll get the carrot and I can get even more money. Well, that's not going to happen. You know what? You're what I'm going to spend my money on instead. How much totem value I'm going to get is going to be crazy. Because not only do I get the totem value, I get the sash value on top of it and the oboe value on top of it. Have I tried Darkest Dungeon 2? They didn't make a Darkest Dungeon 2. Right? That game doesn't exist. I definitely didn't play that game. I joke a lot of the times, like, you know, oh, they should really make a second one of those. I really didn't like Darkest Dungeon 2. The videos are on my channel right now. I think I played it for like 4 or 5 episodes. I can't remember when it came out. It was like 5 years ago it came out, right? Maybe it's 6 at this point. It was by far and away the biggest disappointment for me of that year. Whatever year it came out, it was the biggest disappointment. I was so looking forward to that game, and I thought what they did with it was horrible. Like, they basically just completely changed the idea and concept of the game. Like, one of the things I like about Darkest Dungeon 1, and I said this a few times, and actually, in my playstyle, you see this. I love these little stories of characters, you know, like Brigade the Frightened, for example. I love that I have this little backstory for the character. And I hate in Darkest Dungeon 2, you can't have that because the characters... There's not like this Hamlet stage, right? You just get the characters that you start with. It's like a roguelike more than anything else. It hasn't got this home building concept in the game. And I think it's like, one of the nice things about the game is it's got an XCOM 2, all that type of thing, type element where you can form an attachment with a person. So if that person dies and you form an attachment with it, that's emotionally really like jarring. Like sometimes it feels horrible. It makes you feel like absolute garbage. Equally, sometimes, you know, in XCOM or something, you'll get the guy that shoots the, you know, the sniper rifle across the map at a guy with 25% accuracy, and you'll hit the crit on the, you know, the Archon or something and win the mission from it. That feels incredible, and then you get this backstory behind this character. Darkest Dungeon 2 just doesn't have that, so... As much as I think the mechanics of the game were probably better than the first one, I think it just gutted the whole idea of the aspect from it, so... I just didn't get any enjoyment, and I dropped it. I keep meaning to come back to it just to make sure, like... Just to confirm if I am right. I'm not just doing it, you know, like, an incredible disservice, but my gut feeling is that it's weaker than the first one by, like, some margin. You enjoyed it? I mean, I'm glad you enjoyed it. It's not that I think, by the way, that you couldn't enjoy it. It's certainly still a solid game, but compared to the first one, I just think they made too many changes. They're going to make a new game mode combining the mechanics of DD1. Maybe I'll come back to it for that then. That probably would be a big enough draw for me to come back to it. I actually forgot I had pumpkin pie then. I was like, what the hell just happened? Well, no, that was within the game mechanics of the game. Refresh shield, yeah, I know. I just, like, swept that under the rug. You like this play, though, legit? I have Oh My God with Call the Void. No downside, baby! Okay, I missed everything. It's moral support, yeah. I can't remember what it was up against, but to be honest with you, neither were, like, attractive propositions for me, so I just thought, yeah, whatever. It doesn't matter. Speaking of which, I should probably hit some of the bombs right now, so I don't die here. There we go. We should be fine now. It's part of the issue with this game with just yapping away. You start to get, like, distracted. And you let these bomb enemies just sidle up onto you. Alright, it's a pretty good opening. Just hit another bomb now, please. Like, the mantle is also kind of like, LOL, we took the mantle on this map. Just because there is, like, a limited number of pegs you can hit on a round, so... The mantle is, like, pretty garbage. I mean, I'm not intentionally going to that shop with the money because I don't want to fight elites. I'm very scared of the ghost enemy with this modifier. I don't know how it interacts, so... I'm just not going to fight elites. I'm taking the one path where there are no elites. The money doesn't matter. I'm on C6, by the way, right now, so you do get more money just because of the difficulty we're on. You know what? The other thing is completely worthless. Spintress payment will literally... Not spintress payment. Someone in the comments called this spintress payment, and I'm calling it spintress payment now. Sprouting spinvestment. I'm just going to call it carrot. It won't trigger. It would be worth a lot of money, but it won't trigger. I guess we'll take Rallying Heart because there is a chance it does something. Pardon me for doubting you. You're excused. Don't worry. To be fair, it's a legitimate question. I might be wrong. By the way, this was the other guy I'm slightly concerned about. I'm pretty certain these big bumper pegs, though, won't get destroyed. Let me just check. I missed. Good start. Yes, okay, we're fine. We'll just keep hitting it into the bumper zone. And more pinball fun. I do semi-counter, well, I did for a while, in the fact that if I bramble him, like, he's nowhere near as scary. And also, basically every enemy is a joke because there's Torn Sash plus Oboe combo. Comboe with an E at the end. Do you get it? Do you get the joke? Anyway, he's dead. Now let's just keep raising our max health. And that's actually worthless. This could matter, I think. It's pretty minor, though. We might get an enemy to 100% blindness. I guess that's where it matters. Anyway, brambling an enemy, even though it's pointless on this fight normally, now applies blindness because of the branch of Ember. Oboe combo sounds like a scrap video title. Listen, it's a video title that will be coming up at about 272, as I'm going to write it down after this, the combo, with an E at the end of it. You think I'm going to leave gold dust like that? Just in the middle of a video? You're crazy. Anyway, the only other thing I can do right now is hit crits with poison, because poison is going to do 99% of the damage of this run. Oh, by the way, the fire does 0 damage because, again, of the interaction of Satch plus Oboe. Blind him some more, please. No downside. Okay, we got the crit. So, he has a 44% chance to miss me with blindness right now. He also has a 100% chance to miss me because of delusion. I guess that's the other thing that is somewhat countering this guy. And it's something I had right back at the very beginning. Well, not that beginning, actually, now that I look at it. But Flaunty Gauntlets, which we picked up, it's so good on this fight, obviously. Because half the arena is gold. So I'm getting so much delusion, which means he can't hit me. Which is great, because I have no way to recover from this. So, this is just a death by 1,000 cuts right now for the dragon. And a little bit of, I don't know, alcohol poisoning or something. The real genius part of this run, though, is that even when all the pegs go off the board, I still can't lose. Because this thing will still hit them. I think I will kill them before that happens, but... I'd love to get rid of all the pegs. I just want to see the bag of orange pegs go to 0. I've nearly got 100% blindness. I think I'm actually going to start sandbagging to try and get to ultimate orange peg value. So I'm going to stop firing that at you. And I'm going to fire the worst things I can at you, which is actually still really hard to not kill you with these, but... ×4. I've seen it. I knew I'd seen ×4. Now, I thought it capped out at ×5, but I've been told it's ×10. By the way, he's 120% blind. Even Specsavers can't save him now. The only thing that's now, like, killing him, really, is... No! The poison got him! God damn it! God damn it! You missed the pumpkin pie, the game bugged out. God damn it. Well, oh well. I'm not convinced it's ×10, unless there's a big multiplier at the very end of it. That once you remove every peg from the board, it doesn't go to ×5, it just goes 2 × 10. I'm pretty certain ×5 is the cap, though. Maybe I'll test it by another means, but anyway. That's C6 done with Call to the Void in the sack. That's kind of impressive. With a really weird build, like, kind of deceptively broken. I'm not going to say the most broken build we've ever had, because that would be simply a lie. But we were super strong defensively once we, you know, got set up. Anyway, YouTube, that's going to do it for this episode. If you enjoyed it, why don't leave a like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you again next time. Bye.